So my name is Phil Coles. I'm superintendent for Sasco Contractors, Vancouver Island branch. And this project here is for the city of Nanaimo. It's an electrical distribution upgrade. All right, so we'll walk into the site. Walking forward here, you can see our site office and storage container. So straight ahead, the dark gray box, that's the existing substation that we will be demoing once we get power on from our new substation to the ice rink and to the social center next door. And to the left of it here, this is the new substation with the exterior distribution. This is where the hydro 25 kV enters into here. We have the site transformer, main switch, and distribution continuing on down. This will be the main switch for the site. Then we have a 2000 amp automatic transfer switch. We have a distribution portion here. This is where the cables will enter into the bottom here that come from the two buildings, the arena and the social center next door, plus some low voltage power for just for circuits outside here. This piece of equipment is called a sync board. So this is the first phase for this site where the city of Nanaimo will eventually be setting up the whole property for an emergency response location. So this piece of equipment here will be tied in with 4 new generators that will be eventually going on the site. What happens if there's a power outage? All 4 generators are controlled and will sync up. So they all run happily together. That's the easiest way to explain it. So then if we look at the site here, we have the air hammer here right now. It's a compressor for it, where the guys are installing ground rods for the ground grid. That's got to get to be installed here on the site. These conduits right here, sticking out of the ground, these are going to be in-ground boxes for future power, data, and controls for future generators. Right here is where all of our cables from the 2 buildings enter into our distribution here in the ground. The guys are just doing a little bit of work on that right now. So this is where our cables will be brought from the building. Direct burial. This machine here, this is a new 200 kilowatt generator that's going to be the emergency power for the social center next door, which will be controlled by an automatic transfer switch that'll be on the exterior of the distribution right here. So it's going to get a bit noisy here for a bit. The guys here, they're working on the first part of the drainage for the new site as well. Okay, so inside the building. So here is where we installed cable tray across the ice rink. The cables continue into the electrical room of the arena, into the mechanical room for future boilers, and across and into the building next door. So there's where the first cables turn in behind the seats and down into the electrical room below. The remainder of the cables just carry on across the rink. 2 cables tee off above here, which I mentioned earlier, for future boilers, which make their way to the mechanical room. And 3 cables carry on through the lobby of the arena and across to the social building next door, which we'll walk over in just a minute. So now I'll take you into the lower part of the arena and show you the electrical room. So these cables on the floor here, these were the 4 in the cable tray up above the rink, which have made their way down here. And these will be entering into the electrical room through the cinder block wall. And then if you walk in through here, this is the electrical room. So this is Sean and Shauna. They're just in the process of installing the new panels here for the electrical room. This room here, we demoed all existing equipment except for one piece, being the transfer switch on the wall here, and it's all going to be new. So we've got a little bit of cable to screw around with and put it all back together. The cables that I mentioned that we brought across the lobby of the Frank Crane Arena, they're in the ceiling. They cross the breezeway here. They cross the breezeway, they enter the building just in the corner here, and they are now just coiled up in the lobby of the social center for future use when we change out the electrical room in the social center. So let's walk over around the corner and I'll take you upstairs. Okay, so this is the entrance upstairs to the other electrical room that we have to deal with. So this will be the next phase of this project, which will be happening and starting the first week of September. So this distribution here, which has high voltage transformer distribution at the end, this will be demoed, and 2 new transformers, 2 new pieces of switchgear going into place of this. Like I said, first week in September, this starts.